Welcome to Our Best Self. Here we share stories and experiences to grow healthy habits and practices that will lead to both your happiness and success, personally and professionally. Come with us to explore mental strength, happiness, health, business success, and the gamut at large. I have this set up because we're going to record a podcast today and really just want to share, what I have been writing and creating, and thought there was nothing better way to do it than to literally just set up a live stream so that I can just make it. One thing that I've struggled with is putting together the actual just to do it. And it doesn't require a lot, but I think it does require just having a desire to share and to put it together. So every day I have a couple habits that I feel really help me out to work towards, my goals, my big, hairy, audacious goals, if you think about it from that perspective. And, they deal with everything from health to my business to my impact with my daughter, really a range of things. And when I look at them every day, I write down, kind of like a mantra, like, where am I? What am I thinking about? What are the conceptual things that I really want to focus on and be intentional about in that day? And then I write out my top 5 to work towards it. And from that, I have found great peace in every day, given everything that I have going on, to be able to put together and feel like that day was won and achieved. And, that's a really great feeling, especially when it matches up to your pursuits and passions, right? Like, I'm really trying to create the world that I feel like is possible. And, that means that I want to spend time with people one-on-one and just understand how I can maybe share my life stories, share my lessons or my knowledge from the last 20 years of doing business, and really just get in and provide that one-on-one experience. But then I step back and recognize and appreciate that I really want to touch more people. I only have so much time, in every day, just like everybody. And when I have precious moments with my daughter, I need those moments to be with her. And when I have it with my athletes and with my colleagues and my work partners, I need that time to be present with them. And so when I think about that, I see that there is a right reason and a value in making content and sharing it in this fashion. So when I think about the day and I write down my goals, creating this type of content and sharing it in a way, from like an audio experience, has manifested to what we're doing right now. So this is my audio project. I am consciously sharing what I do daily in order to help others. These are very practical, tactical ideas. I focus on mindset. I focus on achieving goals, balance between your health and your passions and your fitness. And I want to bring that forward. And so every day I write an article on Medium and on LinkedIn and on my blog. And those reflect maybe what I've learned. They reflect current moments in time. And so I'm going to use this moment to share one of those articles from yesterday. And I will use this audio format to share the ideas behind it, so that if you don't learn from reading, maybe you'll learn from listening. And so my hope is that this is valuable and it gives you something practical and tactical to make your life a little bit better. So this podcast and this audio is a great example of what this article is all about. It is about breaking procrastination and hesitation for anything in life. And what does that mean? That means that personally, I have written down things that I want to do, written them down, and I keep seeing them on my goals list. I keep seeing them on my activities, and yet the check isn't there. I haven't done it. And so I really started breaking down, why am I not achieving those audacious goals? Why am I not converting when I've converted on so many other things? And while there are many things that add up that bring us to here, I feel that these was two specific things that I have recognized that really cause the procrastination and the hesitation. And so, number one, early rewards, meaning sometimes I will say, I'm going to do an Ironman, or I am launching a podcast, or I'm writing a book, whatever it is. Friends, family will say, congratulations. That's fantastic. I could never do that. And I get this response, this joy, and I haven't done anything. Like, I'm getting an emotional response for something that I haven't done, and I haven't done the work. And there's a lot of work to do before I have realized that vision. Yet, friends and family are congratulating me. And I noticed that when I get that congratulations, I don't train that day, or I don't take the 30 minutes to write out the 5 pages in the book. And when you step back, I framed it incorrectly. I framed it in a way they were congratulating me on achieving my goal. And I hadn't achieved my goal. I had simply been rewarded by sharing my intent towards my goal. And so for me to continue to build my momentum, to fuel myself using their congratulations and help, specifically has to do with me thinking that they're congratulating me for writing that day, for training that day, for recording that day. So I never want to, stop other people from encouraging and being supportive. But for us, when we hear these congratulations and this effort, we must think about it for the work that we're doing and not the result we're achieving. Because we must put ourselves in a mindset where we are tying the emotional reward to the activity that gives us that result. So that's number one, really just kind of reframing and rethinking about those accolades and supports that we get. The other has to do where I believe our visualization of the future is wrecking our doing in the process. And I want you to think about what your goals are. I want you to think about what you're trying to achieve. And then, is that the near-term state, or is that the super far future state? That is so important. For instance, if you are going to meet a person, your friends have said, hey, she's amazing, or he's amazing. You should totally meet this person. You'll hit it right off. Do you go in visualizing, I wonder if this person will make a good father or a good mother? Some do. And when you do that, I would say you end up comparing your present moment against his future. And it's an impossible comparison. It's destined to absolutely shut it down, right? You'll meet the person, you're like, oh, I could never love somebody that's like that. We're at that moment comparing step one, which is meet and perhaps become friends with someone, to like a step 5 or 8, which is, can they make a good partner for life? I see this also for those that want to do athletic pursuits. Do you want to run a marathon? Great. But today, are you comparing, did you go for a run and say, I could barely run a mile. I'll never be able to run a marathon. You're literally comparing a moment in time for something far in the future. You can achieve this goal, but it's the visualization and the comparison of the ultimate finished state or future state to today that I feel is shutting us down. An example for me, it was about recording this. In my mind, I was thinking about, what will it sound like? What do other audio recordings like this sound like? And it's such a tailored experience. It's beautifully formatted. It's just a really joyous experience. And I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it. And I've been writing content to share that I feel is extremely valuable and helpful to so many people. And I've been doing it for 6 months straight. Every day I've been writing content to share, but I haven't shared it. I have hesitated in the creation and the sharing of that information. Hence, me recording and broadcasting this live during this recording, because I will not hesitate again. There is no intro. There was no fancy opening. There is no jingle. There is no audio tag. I have a rough outline of the article that I wrote that I'm sharing across, and I'm trying to share authentically and in my heart what I think will help. Are there pauses? Are the birds singing outside? Could a dog bark? Yes. But all of those things should not stop us, because this is step 1. This is me sharing in this moment what I'm able to share in a format that I can share for you. And tomorrow's will be different. And the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And I'll figure it out, and I'll make it better for you. Because I want to give you value. Like, I respect your attention and what you're giving and you're offering. And there's no better purpose in my mind to serve and to give. And so when you think about why you're hesitating and you feel the pressure of the ultimate completion, and when you start comparing yourselves, well, this is what an athlete looks like, or this is what a writer does. Do you what you can do today, and then build from there. If you want to do something, find the minimum version you can do today that conveys your truth and your message authentically, and then you can build from there. For me, the hack today that has unlocked my hesitation, specifically on this format, is that I think about it as a project. This is a project. I am sharing a journey, and I'm documenting as I go through it, and it's a project. And I'm going to complete as many to get me to the right spot, and then we're going to go from there. And I think if you frame your mind in a way to focus on not what it could possibly be, being aware and driving towards that, absolutely, but instead respect where you are today, do the work today that gets you to tomorrow, that leads us to the future. So we have to focus on those daily efforts, the daily grind, and really the joy from the individual efforts. And if we can do that, fueled by both that joy the encouragement from family and friends, we can build from there. So, my wish to you is to act today, one step towards your goal, and you will achieve your grand visions. You have to allow yourself the patience and the time to achieve it. So, thank you for listening to this project of me sharing my insights and my daily reflections. I hope this helps you with your mindset. I hope this helps you with achieving anything you want in life, whether that is a happier, richer family, more experiences, becoming a better athlete, or simply creating a business and a hobby that is your ultimate desire. So if you like this, you can find me on Instagram, JimmyDATL. You can find me on Twitter, first letter, last name, and happy to share anything and answer any questions forever. So thank you, and I wish you all nothing but good health and joy and happiness in what you're doing today.